What's going on, YouTube? I'm E, and this is Simply Put Scents. And I wanted to talk to you guys about a fragrance that came out in the year 2015 from the house Jean-Paul Gaultier, and the fragrance is Ultra Male or Ultra Male, whatever. What does this scent smell like? Straight off the back, I'm gonna just let you know, there's a syrupy pear note in this fragrance. Very thickly sweet pear note in this fragrance. And it mixes with the vanilla, which is supposedly in the base, from the top. The highlights of this fragrance, pretty much pear, vanilla, cinnamon. And I would also say a little bit of patchouli. Now, those are the, I think, 4 notes that really, really dominate and hold this fragrance down. Especially that pear and that vanilla. I mean, they just intertwine throughout the entire scent almost. It seems like that pear just doesn't want to go away. It comes across extremely playful. It comes across extremely fun. I'm not really accustomed to too many pear notes and fragrances, especially for men. And so I was kind of thrown off by it a little bit. At the end of the day, I really don't care, because if it smells good and I can pull it off as a dude, I'm gonna wear it, you know? And this is a fragrance that I could definitely pull off. Performance of Ultra Male is amazing. 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 It's definitely not a relaxed type of scent. This scent comes bam, bam. This scent comes with haymakers, okay? Lasts on my skin anywhere from 8 to 9 hours. The sillage and projection off the charts. When you walk into a room wearing this fragrance, it will be obvious. I'll just put it like that. This really is a great fragrance for, I would say, nighttime use all year round. I would wear this at night, even in the summer, on cooler summer nights. So, in my opinion, it's versatile for the night scenario that's informal, pretty much. But you could also get away with it during the day, you know, casually. I do not know many men's fragrances that smell like this. Not many at all. There are some fragrances that are doing something similar. For instance, to me, Polo Red Intense smells in this ballpark, except it's more berryful and this is more pear. They have a similar style, I would say. I would for surely say the pear, vanilla, cinnamon, patchouli combination takes it in a place very few men's fragrances have gone before, for sure. So I would say it's a unique scent, in my opinion. Now, the value of this scent is probably not the best depending on your taste. If you're a guy who likes a playful fragrance that really is strong, that lasts long, that you can like obliterate other fragrances in the club with, this might be a decent fragrance for you. This might be a good value scent for you. You don't usually go to a club every night, so this is a fragrance that will last in a collection if you use it in that particular situational way. But if you're someone who's not a fan of sweet fragrances, if you're not a fan of playful scents, and if you're not a fan of night out fragrances, this would probably not be a fragrance that would appeal to you. So I guess the value of the scent depends on your taste. Compliments. Now, Ultra Male, I think, is a very compliment heavy scent. I mean, people like it. People smell it. It's hard to not notice it. And a lot of women will say you smell sweet and nice. I think the opening is a little much. I think it's a little harsh. If you're trying to get a compliment from your date, you might have a hard time if you just sprayed this and picked her up minutes later. I think that would be hard. She would probably want to stick her head out the window, like trying to get away from you. But I would say that if you allow it to rock a little bit and you allow it to dissipate on your skin, and then you proceed about your event or date, for instance, I think it could be a decent date scent. When it dries down, it's very, very pleasant and not as harsh, I would say, as the opening comes across. So it can definitely pull in some love, I would say, after the 2-hour mark for sure. People can say it's too daggone sweet. Just too daggone sweet. You could say that. Some people will say that it's cloying, which I guess is it's too sweet. some people have said that this fragrance is feminine, and almost childish in its femininity. I don't think that this fragrance is a female fragrance in a male presentation. I don't think that. I wouldn't have bought this scent if it wouldn't have been conducive for a man to wear. Personally, I guess that's my subjective taste, but I don't really feel like this fragrance is ultra femme, but it does straddle that thin line between masculinity and femininity. It is a fragrance, I would say, that is in touch with its femininity, but it's not a feminine fragrance. Does that make a little sense? It's sensitive, but it's not feminine. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, as you know, guys, I like to rank fragrances in what I call the page rating system. And that is P for poor, A for average, G for good, and E for exceptional. Where do you think Ultra Mâle by Jean-Paul Gaultier lands on the page? Guys, I have 2 ratings for this fragrance because I'm a little biased. Yeah, I'm a little biased. And I'm gonna give you my bias rating first. My personal rating for this fragrance is a G. I am a huge fan of this scent. Yes, even though it's not as versatile as it could be, I consider it sort of versatile because I could wear this all year round for the situations I like it for. The knock on this fragrance, that it's a synthetic, overly sweet scent. I'm not really too put off by that because of the fact that even though it is synthetic, which I feel like almost every fragrance out here is, it's doing it very well. The smell is a very appealing scent. I never thought I'd appreciate a pear note before. I appreciate a pear note now. I like the fact that it's a fragrance that will allow me to stand out when I want to stand out. I would definitely consider this the best flanker of Le Male ever made. And I would even include Popeye on that list. I've smelled Popeye, I like Popeye, but I really don't know if it's doing anything against Ultra Mâle in terms of my particular taste. I'm sure that it does in terms of other people's taste, but for me, I love Ultra Mâle, so yeah, it's a G in my opinion. But I'm gonna also give you guys my honest opinion without any of my particular tastes involved. I'm gonna try to judge this fragrance from an objective place. And from that objective place, I would have to say that this fragrance is average. This fragrance is not the best quality of notes. Does come across a little too harsh in the opening. Doesn't have the most effective blend in that top. I think it kind of smells like a car crash, but then ends up in a beautiful place. Honestly though, the composition is nice, but I don't know if the composition is the most finessed. You know, it definitely does come across heavy-handed in certain places. If I were to be completely objective, I couldn't give this in a G because of that very reason. The notes just don't blend in a harmonious way, in my opinion. I think G scents should at least be blended a lot better. So that's the reason why I would consider this fragrance an A. But again, I love this stuff. So I think this is a scent that works perfectly for what it's meant for. Personal G, unbiased A. That's my ratings for Ultra Mâle, and I'm sticking to it. I'm really curious to know what you think about the Le Male line in general. So put me on, dudes. Let me know. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please comment down below. I always appreciate your thoughts, dudes. Please like this video if you feel like it, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to, I would definitely appreciate your support, and I'd be very grateful for it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching again. I'm E, and this is Simply Put Scents. And I'm Simply OUT.